What to do when you're feeling very low on the journey? There are going to be days in your twin flame journey when you will be overcome with emotion, you will be tired, you will be fatigued, and you will have pain, and you may even feel angry, you may feel stuck, you may feel like you have repressed emotion and you will not see a way forward. You may not like your twin flame, you may feel like you are cursed on this journey because there is just no progress in the physical. And there may be very very low moments where you could be recollecting instances of where your twin hurt you and feeling hopeless about it and feeling conflicted about, they hurt me but I still want them. Like, what the hell does that even mean? This is one of the examples. There can be many reasons, maybe some situation out from outside where you live or at your work is triggering you. And I just want to tell you what to really do when you are going through this. So, what has worked for me is what I will share with you. What has always worked for me. The first thing is that when you are in your lowest low, you should go and connect with God. Okay, there is no other way to do this. But let God take care of you. The divine is constantly waiting for you to reach out to the divine. All, I think, spiritual and religious traditions know this. So if you can, just be with God and stop being connected with your thoughts. Sometimes there is sleeplessness at night, you're not able to sleep because of either what you're experiencing or what your twin is experiencing, and that energy is coming your way. Whatever is the reason, disconnect from the mind. Focus on your breathing. When you lie down, just focus on your breathing. Focus on your breathing, you know, and you will go to sleep like that. You can play some music on the side, you can play a chant and at a low volume so that it doesn't interfere with your sleep, and you can go to bed. You can light a lamp, an oil lamp in your room close to your bed with of course fire safety measures, you taking care of, and you can go to sleep. That will also help and change the aura. You can light an incense and you can cleanse the aura of the room. You can take a cold shower. It really helps to leave the energies out. And within the shower also, when you have cold water pouring all over you. In India, there has been a tradition of chanting something for the water. Normally we revere the Ganges river a lot, so there would always be a chant for Ganga. But you can just simply remember Shiva or simply remember the god that you connect with, and you can just be there in the water for some time and visualize that the energy is, whatever heavy energy is stuck inside of you is leaving your system. Some people recommend saltwater baths and stuff. If that is what I have never tried it. If that is what works for you, you do that. You must meditate when you've taken your shower, even if you don't want to, but you're going to feel better after. If you have a spiritual practice, you do that. You don't have anything, there is Isha Kriya on YouTube that you can always go to, and you can just do that. It will help you be disconnected from that heavy thought, heavy feeling energy. Okay. And one another simple thing that you can do is, because these energies tend to stay with you for at least a day or two or something like that mostly, you can do some exercise, because exercise helps you to release excessive energy from your system. So maybe you can go for a very long walk. Even if you don't want to, just go for a walk in nature and tire yourself out. Go for an hour long walk, and then come back home. You will see that so much of the energy is already released from your system. You can connect with the earth. What you can simply do is walk barefoot on the soil and just sit on the grass, on soil. Preferably, you can even walk barefoot on wet soil or something that really grounds you, that takes away all of these energies. You can do some visualizations of how these energies are leaving your system. There are so many meditations on YouTube that you can find to cleanse yourself of heavy energies. Utilize those as well. And this is how this energy will leave you. And sometimes it is so overwhelming when we do not know why we are feeling heavy. um, this is, why it doesn't help to journal, because you're not really sure what is coming up for you, whether it's even your energy or it's the collective energy that you've picked up, or it's your twin flames energy who may be going through something, in their physical lives. You don't even know what it is really. It is for that. But if you exactly know, if you can, then you can journal it out as well. And I have found that if you meditate and you do some yoga, and during meditations, and if you're really connected with God, maybe you can go to a temple, you can go to a church, wherever you want to go to. If you do that and you gain a lot of strength from that, and you can really deepen your connection with the divine, I have found that the energy will be released from your system when you start crying. And the crying happens very naturally. Okay, so allow the tears to flow. It's very healing, beautiful to do that. You can sleep, you can just take a day off, or you can just, be with yourself. You can cancel uh, anything that wherever you had some obligations, you should just be with yourself in this time. You can use crystals if you want to. Rose quartz is amazing, or maybe if you have a Himalayan rock salt lamp, you can light that. Always light an oil lamp. That really changes the vibration of your room, it cleanses your aura. um, any kind of a crystal. If you're overthinking, you can use amethyst if you want to. If there is a lot of purge that is happening, you can use citrine, or whatever calls you. I mean, so many of you know so much about crystals. So, yeah, use that. Go out, be under the sky for some time. The sky will just connect with the sky in the day, or, in the night or something. Go for a swim if you know swimming and you are able to do that. That will also cleanse the energy very fast. And you don't have to dwell in that energy, because I think this is one thing that I have realized, that in the past, um, I used to not know what to do with this heavy energy when I was new to the journey. I think even before my twin flame journey, I didn't know what to do when heavy energies used to just come. And maybe they were my own uh, old stuff coming up, or old emotions coming up. So there was no point in dwelling, in these energies for days on end and not knowing your way out. That is like inviting depression. That is like inviting for these energies to take over you. But it is much better if you can come out of them fast. Just use these techniques. They're very simple. They don't need anything. They don't cost anything. If you notice, these things are literally free. Okay. So just do that. Be with yourself. Cancel all appointments. Cancel everything where you have to go out somewhere. It'll drain you out more. Avoid crowded places, malls, restaurants. Just be here. Eat simpler food. You can eat some fruit. You can drink water. You can charge water by just setting an intention, by just being grateful to the water. And you can drink that water. Um, Facilitate your relationship with the five elements. I will make a separate podcast on that. And you can do some chakra, meditations during this time, because possibly this is an energy which is stuck in your chakras, and those energies can be released like that. Yeah, I mean, just do that, be with yourself and sleep. If you feel called to sleep, just go to bed, sleep for 15 hours, it's fine if you want to do that. But also, if you're feeling very low and you're not really sleepy, then get out of bed and do these things, which will facilitate this energy to be released from your system. Okay? So basically, it's just you recalibrating and giving to yourself what your body needs, what your emotional body needs, what your mind needs. Usually, these processes, when we are going through very heavy energies, they happen at the time when there is an upgrade happening, which is how I have understood it to be, where the old, which was stuck, which was buried, is coming up to be released. Or it is possible that, it is the heavy energies around us that are impacting us. But if you already use energy protection, like in my experience, Um, it has always had something to do with an old energy, an old way of being, which is no longer serving me. It's like I am breaking up with that old way, right? And wherever that old way was impacting various parts of my life, and maybe there is some trauma which is stuck inside, there is some emotion which is stuck inside, which is showing up like this. So I could feel that the heaviness and the sadness was not the heaviness and the sadness that is what I was normally experiencing. So I understood whenever these things happened that there is an upgrade which is happening. Okay, and you will see other symptoms as well. Maybe you will feel very light after meditation. You could feel that your body is lighter. You would normally feel that um, your food habits have changed. That is all basically a sign of upgradation. Or you would feel that maybe you are irritable. Irritability is also because some other stuck emotion is being released. So sometimes we don't have to process all the emotions. We don't have to be like, hey, you know what? I need to know about every emotion that I'm processing. I need to know why is this coming up and what is the source of this. This used to be my problem, like ever so curious about my healing, and I just wanted to trace everything down to where is it coming from. But I realized that a large part of it, when we are on this journey, the purging is happening automatically. We can only assist the purge by releasing the blocks that we consciously remember. But unconscious wounds and the unconscious, impressions of the system are going to be released with the intelligence that the Kundalini energy has, as well as with the intervention of the divine as well. So, really, really just deepen your connection with God, with divinity. Meditation is an excellent way. Getting initiated into a spiritual practice is an excellent way. You give the reins of your journey to God. When you deepen your connection with God, God heals everything for you. It's like suddenly you feel better. Suddenly you're like, um, okay, you're able to cope with it. Deepen your connection with your spirit guides. This is not a journey which is to be done without divine intervention or without you forming any connection with God. If some of you, if you're feeling disconnected with the divine, take deliberate action to feel that connection, because where is that disconnection coming from? You're never disconnected from the divine. It's coming because you're too much in your head and there is too much of an egoic presence which is not allowing this connection to be formed, which is just perpetuating and keeping you in suffering, which is the ego's way. Because the ego will only remain relevant if it perpetuates the suffering that it is causing, right? Otherwise, if you just disconnect and you're just able to observe the ego remains irrelevant. You can observe the ego to be absolutely untrue in very high meditative states. Maybe some of you have experienced this when you observe the thought and you observe the basis of the thought, especially a thought which is very charged by a desire. When you look at the root of the desire, you can see that it's a very gross thing. And then then suddenly when you have caught, the thief, by observing the thief, by not relating to the thief as you, the thief is then caught. It has now, it can't impact you so much anymore. So I'm just saying that um, even connecting with your breath is connecting with God. If you don't believe in God, or you're having a disconnect, you're having a crisis that I don't know how to connect with God, I don't know how to connect with my guides, connect with your breath. Your breath is continuous. Just observe your breath. Be in observation of your breath for a few minutes regularly. Regularly doesn't mean every day. If you're very disconnected with God, be in the awareness of your breath every few minutes. As Sadhguru says, every 5 minutes for 20 seconds, you can observe the breath. This witnessing of the breath itself is divine, and it will put you back in touch with your divine aspect, with the divinity. So, yeah, basically just do these things and you will come out of this energy soon. You will come out of this energy fast. This energy will not get the better of you. It will not push you down, a rabbit hole from where it will be harder for you to come out. You want to get out of this as soon as you can, knowing that this is not an energy which is supposed to remain stuck inside of you. But on the contrary, this is the energy which was stuck, which is now finding a way out. So don't be attached to this energy. Know that it is temporary and allow it to let go. If you need any assistance on your twin flame journey, if you resonate with this content and you want to book a one-on-one session, you're more than welcome to do that. All you have to do is email me. My email address is imacompletelife@gmail.com, and I will see you soon. Have a beautiful day. Take care. Bye.